Hey, this is Jurgen Rasmussen. A little reminder, a little heads up to remind you what my new online course is about. It's about meditation and mindfulness in a change work practice. Meditation and mindfulness for people who do psychotherapy, change work, coaching, stuff like that. Why might you want to attend? Well, a lot of people these days are meditating. A lot of people are using apps. A lot of people are meditating on their own and attending retreats, and quite a few people run into trouble when they do this. Just like with every other activity in life, there's pros and cons to everything. There are risks and downsides to a meditation practice. And some of the troubles that people may run into when they meditate, they might bring into your office. And then it might be a good idea to have some idea about how to help these people who run into troubles on the meditation path. How do you deal with someone who suddenly has what psychiatrists deem issues such as depersonalization and derealization, for example? What do you do when someone begins to experience what is often called symptoms of dissociation? Uh, these sorts of issues are quite common. Also, most people get taught meditation in a spiritual context by teachers who operate from that more spiritual orientation. Most of the people you'll meet as clients aren't meditators. They're not necessarily interested in a long term meditation practice. But how can you adapt and tailor make specific meditations for non meditators who are not interested in a long term practice, but still help them to gain insights and develop specific psychological skills as relevant to whatever issue they come in for, whether they are depressing, anxietizing, dealing with pain, obsessive thoughts, or whatever you whatever might be going on, right? So I started meditating back in 1991, and I started seeing clients professionally operating primarily from a NLP and hypnosis framework back in 1998. So I have decades of experience, going on 3 decades pretty soon, in combining these approaches in change work. So if this sounds interesting and if you'd like to learn from me, know that we're starting on June 3rd. It's going to be 4 Tuesdays in a row in June, 2 hours every time with practical exercises, Q&A, some demos. It's going to be happening online. So if you're curious about this and want to know more, go to provocativehypnosis.com, hit the seminar page, and you can find a link with information and the opportunity to sign up. I really do hope to see you there. It's going to be a great course. All right. Thanks for listening.